Hey everybody, Chris here. So Dogecoin spiking. We had a spike overnight and another one this morning. So we're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And although there are talks still about dips coming, it's a long summer, right? But right now we can enjoy the little runs that go on, especially with Dogecoin, because many believe Dogecoin is still so undervalued. So if you were able to pick up any of that Dogecoin in the teens, as we said, good buying opportunity as Dogecoin does push above 20 cents. So let's get into it. Let me show you the news and the charts. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and we're at 20.25. That's right, we've broken up over this yellow 20-cent line, but we did that last night too. So what happened last night and what happened again this morning, and why do we have these big green candles? We're going to talk about that. Bitcoin as well this morning goes on a run, but last night there was no big run on Bitcoin. Kind of interesting. Dogecoin pumped and Bitcoin didn't. What is that? ETH as well. Again, this morning, nice big green candle. We'll talk about that in just a sec. Overall though, Dogecoin is looking great. As we were live yesterday, we were talking about Doge, possibility of moving up. Also, we know there's a lot of leverage down there. It's a long summer. Again, was predicting probably, beginning of July or so, we may see a pullback and the dip. So good to have some fresh powder ready for that. But right now, Dogecoin is no longer in the teens. We're in the 20s. Could later on, if something happens, we could kind of get back down into the 19s, but right now, Doge trading very well. So what's going on? Well, I posted on X this morning, if you guys didn't see it, the US deal with China looks to be done. Huge bullish catalyst. Let's see if the markets agree with the CPI data coming out soon. But that was the first thing, is it looks like all those US-China trade talks, right, are getting to a point where there is agreement on how they're going to move forward. Chinese students will be able to go to our colleges and universities, which I guess was a big point from the Chinese side. And Trump was like, yeah, we could do that. So that's the first thing, right? Get that out of the way, because that was kind of a big cloud holding over. And then the US CPI data just came in. Looks great. Headline came in at 2.4, under the expected 2.5. Core came in a little cooler at 2.8, but overall, inflation is still trending lower. Does that mean we're going to have rate cuts in June? Most likely not from the Fed, but it's all doing well, and Bitcoin and Doge both pumped based on that good news. But as we unravel and we look, it's like ETH and Dogecoin surging, right? There's spikes happening, outpacing Bitcoin right now. So we do have that. And actually, this piece talking mostly about ETH, the ETH-based products. Certainly, we've been looking at Arbitrum and Optimism and those layer twos, and they're trading well now. So if you're in those, awesome. Will there be an alt season? We'll check in on that in a little bit. But overall, Bitcoin is still close to its all-time high levels, but ETH and all that still have a long way to go because of that Bitcoin ETH, trading pair and Bitcoin dominance being so strong. ETH has a long ways to go. But overall, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, XRP. XRP was down a little bit before, but had a little spike as well. But Dogecoin, that's right, Doge, right, climbed 3.7% to reverse all of last week's losses, right? Oh, Dogecoin's dropping. There's a buying opportunity, guys. It's a buying opportunity. So, yes, Bitcoin, ETH, XRP hold steady. Dogecoin spikes. That's right, there it is. Dogecoin spikes ahead of the inflation data. And then we had the inflation data. What's going on there? Well, Dogecoin surges, spikes, whatever. Elon Musk backtracks on Trump clash, says he went too far. We were talking about Elon yesterday. Everybody wondering, like, what was your trade secret? What was your big Dogecoin secret? It's the wild card, guys. It's the wild card. That's what it is. So, yeah, we had these heated exchanges between Musk and Trump, and, Dogecoin didn't like that, right? But Elon posts last night. I regret some of my posts about President Trump last week. They went too far. And, well, somebody liked that with Dogecoin, and so Dogecoin spiked up to like 20.6 here with that news, while the rest of the crypto market was kind of blah. Dogecoin spiked up because, anything Elon related is still out there, right? And it's still going to affect the markets. So it'll be interesting. We will be watching that very closely. That's the wild card, guys. That's the wild card. Here's another one. Ripple. Ripple CEO changing his tune on Dogecoin. What is Brad Garlinghouse saying? It was like, Doge, it's part of the ecosystem. It plays a role. Well, that's pretty strong words from our XRP Ripple friend, Brad. Because he used to just speak terribly about Dogecoin. But now it's like, well, it's here, right? Even Brad's recognizing, yeah, Doge is here. It's going to stay. So even though he's never purchased a meme coin, that's all right. Brad doesn't have to buy. He prints his own, right? He just prints his own. Whenever he wants some, he just, let's print some more XRP for me. So what's going on? I've been looking for this chart for a long time, guys. This is the one we need to see. Thank you to Eric Balkunis. Getting ready for a potential altcoin ETF summer. Still think it's going to be the fall, guys. But Solana likely leading the way. But look, this is the first time I have seen this chart that actually shows all of these upcoming ETFs and their final SEC deadline. In other words, this is the 240 days from when the 19B4 was acknowledged, okay? That's the 240 days. Litecoin is going to be up first, October 2nd. Solana, October 10th. Here's XRP and Dogecoin, both October 17th. Likely a yes, viewed as a commodity. Likely a yes, CFTC regulated futures, and with an 80 to 85% chance of being approved. That's all really good. We have Cardano on 10/23, Polkadot in November, HBAR, Avalanche, SWI now has one that's in the queue, and even Tron now. Yes, even Tron. So they're coming, guys, and there's the Dogecoin right there. Some are saying, oh, June 15th, like decision date. No, it's not. June 15th is just one of those milestones, and it'll get pushed along. So don't worry. It's not going to be delayed, and it's not. It's coming. October, guys. I've been talking about the fall. You guys are wondering, oh, why do you keep saying fall, Chris? It's like everything is lining up for the fall. Does that mean we can have spikes in the summer? Sure, we can have these little spikes. But these are little spikes. They're not sustained yet, and there will still be dips coming. You guys know I keep it real, right? I keep it real. But the Fear and Greed Index is now edging into the greed zone here as we come over 20 cents, up to 61, right? So starting to see more positivity happening. So again, what did I say? This summer is going to be different than other summers. It isn't the sell in May, go away kind of summer, right? More positivity happening. And Trader Allen, of course, he's always optimistic, right? And he's got his pretty colors again. And here he is, Dogecoin. SMA golden crossover is happening right now, right? This is the simple moving average. And so it's the 50 and the 20. You can pick whatever numbers you want, right? It's supposed to be the 50 and the 200, right? That's the golden crop. Whatever. But we do have a breakout coming right now over 20 cents. That is happening now. That is for sure. This is what we have. We've erased all of that dip that we had, the other week. That's all gone now. And now we can move up higher. But Trader Allen's not done. He said, look, overall, we have been in that descending channel. And now we've got that channel breakout happening. Right? We have a MACD bullish crossover as well happening on the MACD. So all of those are good signs. Yes, Here we go, the overall cycles. All right, we zoom out, look at the big picture on the monthly time frame. 2017, 2021, and here we are in 2025. Is this going to be this big, huge run that will be coming? Again, I'm kind of leaning more toward, as I have been very consistently saying, October, right? Let's wait for October. Now, if everyone gets all psyched up for October and it doesn't happen, oh, Chris said we don't know how that's going to go. But right now, I've been saying this for months. Be patient and wait. We don't know when that run's going to happen, right? That could happen anytime, but it could be the fall. So what do we do? What do we do about it now, right? Buy on the dips. We buy on the dips. But this is a nice looking chart, right? Red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. Alan loves his colors, but it is kind of repeating some patterns here. And we could still have the big bull run to come. And what about alt season? Is it really time for alts now? Total 3 completed a brief consolidation following the breakout of the descending megaphone pattern, right? We've seen it before. Happened in 2023, happened in 2024, had it again here in 2025. Is this going to be the next big alt pump? And are we going to see Bitcoin dominance start to cool off? That's what we're waiting for. A lot of momentum behind ETH and now even Dogecoin. That's right, now Dogecoin. So again, we're not in full bull mode. So every time you have one of these big green candles, you're going to have a red, right? Another big green candle just happened and now we're having a little red. That's okay. That's okay. We'll see whether we hold over 20 cents. We'll be checking in on the next live stream, which will be Wednesday afternoon, 4:00 p.m. East Coast time. Make sure that you subscribe. You got your notifications on. You're ready, because sometimes I go on a little earlier, a little later, but generally it's around 4 o'clock, so keep that in mind. Hey, leave a comment below. Let me know, what about this Dogecoin spike? Are you bullish on Dogecoin? Give the video a like. And again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.